we're talking about this show today, this topic today, because why?
Well, because you've gotten tagged a whole lot.
Yes, I have.
Since Steve has gotten his show canceled and Little Big Shots, and just thought it'd be a great time to speak about it in addition to Lee Daniels.
Yes.
So we just thought that we would have a little conversation about it like we always do.
Now, I want to kick it off.
Kick it off.
Okay. And the reason why I want to kick it off is because some of the memes and tags I've been getting has been almost celebratory.
Almost?
Well, have been celebratory. Well, people say, that's what his ass get. Yeah, Mo, see? Let me be clear about something. Let us be clear about something. We do not celebrate what appears to be someone else's demise. We do not stand and applaud and say, yeah, look what's happening. That's what you get. That's not where we're coming from. That's not the stance we've ever taken. So what I would ask y'all to do is we got to love our folks through it.
Yeah.
We got to love them through it. And I know some people would say, hey, Monique is crazy because one minute she's saying they didn't do it right, and the next minute she's saying love them through it. Let me tell you exactly what we're saying.
Tell them.
Steve Harvey, I've considered him my friend. Now, maybe he didn't consider me his friend, but I've always considered him my friend. And as my friend, when we came out and said what was going on, it wasn't to put my friend down. It was to say, this is what it is. This is what's happening.
And you've often referred to him as your brother.
As my brother. When it comes to Brother Lee Daniels, I'm getting all kind of hits. That's what his ass get, Mo. Yeah, see, karma is a bitch. All of that. I don't celebrate my brother Lee Daniels getting those shows canceled. Because what I want us to think about, when those shows get canceled, I can't celebrate Lee Daniels getting canceled because so many other people are involved that lose their jobs. That some people, when they lose those jobs, there are bills that doesn't get paid. There are situations and things that happen because you're used to making that money and now it's being taken away. And some of us are standing up saying, yay. If we continue to do that, we'll continue to be treated the way that we're treated.
And not observe how they went out. Because at the end of the day, we look at what's right and what's wrong.
Come on.
And Monique and I, before we were husband and wife, we were best friends. And it was nothing for us to have a disagreement and vehemently disagree with one another, then afterwards be like, nigga, you want a sandwich? you want something to eat? So the disagreement that her and Steve, Lee, Tyler, Oprah, that has nothing to do. Disagreeing with somebody means that we respect you too much to sit here and pretend like we agree with you, and we really don't.
Yes.
But we love you enough that even though we may have disagreed with you, when we see you get violated or done wrong, then we got to speak to it. Because if we sit back and we laugh at this brother because the show was taken off or the shows were taken off, and his numbers may have been lower than they were, but when you number 4 or 5 on the network, what it's saying to the folks are, in network television, what it's saying to the folks are, and we just laugh at him, your baby, your brother, your sister, somebody out there has some talent in their family. You may be the talent in your family. And you may look like Steve Harvey. You may be a person of color. And what will oftentimes happen is, because what a lot of people don't know is what he was trying to accomplish was groundbreaking. He had ownership in his show with a company called IMG, and it wasn't NBC being able to own it in the way that they normally did it. So it was groundbreaking, and it was as if we can't have as much as we want, you've got to go. So the very message, ever so humbly, that Monique was trying to share with Brother Steve in reference to integrity over money, we asked ourselves, and we used to say, if you ran into you, would you get along with yourself? And if you deal with other people, that money is more important than the integrity of letting you know what they're thinking so that you can leave on good terms, and you run into yourself, but you don't like it, sometimes it gives you an opportunity to say, you know what, maybe I need to rethink how I was going about things, but nonetheless, it doesn't mean that you were wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that we should applaud the failure of it simply because we had a disagreement.
Right. And I think, y'all, that's what we've been so conditioned to do. If we disagree, it's over. It's done. We disagree and we walk away. And again, with Steve Harvey, as I've considered that man my brother for 25 plus years, I'm not going to back down now. Even though I disagree, we disagree with the way that brother handled it. We disagree with the way that Lee Daniels handled it. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, we disagree. Will Packer, we disagree with the way they handle it. But if they're still being done wrong, we don't then say that's what they get.
Because that's what they get will one day be what you get. It'll be one day what your family gets, because they know a precedent has been set that the Black community won't stand behind others when they've seen them done wrong, because you only have a small margin of error when you are a person of color before people will turn their back on you. Because Monique was the craziest thing in the world, because she had the unmitigated gall to say, wait a minute, why would I promote a movie when I have no obligation to these individuals to promote it internationally? And I failed on my part. But there's a news article, and I'll look it up while we're talking, that had Monique in 2010 in New York Times, and I find the author, where it says specifically by Lee Daniels, everything that Monique needed to do for this film, she's already done in front of the camera while she's promoting the picture to the New York Times, getting prepared to do a cover shoot for Vanity Fair. These are things that are hidden in plain sight, but because someone might not have necessarily been a friend to you, doesn't mean that you're not going to be a friend to you by not being a friend to what is right and subsequently being a friend to them.
Let's go to the lines.